Peoples, what's up? What's up, man? It's the Sports Mix. Live, man. I'm over here chilling in my office. Just it's Wednesday, got to the hump. Getting over the hump, man. Just want to talk a little bit about the game Sunday, Ravens game. For those that watched, you know, everything, all eyes on Lamar Jackson right now. You know, everybody kind of looking to see, you know, how he's going to perform this year with the contract situation still kind of unresolved. You know, there's a fraction of people that don't feel like he need to get the money. And then there's other people that say pay the man his money. I, stated my case a few times. Lamar Jackson, the price is only going to go up. You know, he's a starting quarterback. He's a proven starting quarterback in the NFL. Starting quarterbacks in this league that are offer contracts, they're garnering, 40 million start at a starting point. And it's just going to go up, from 40 million as the starting point. Well, let's talk about the game Sunday. Sunday, the Ravens started out a little slow. They just started out a little slow, but they picked the pace up, I guess, in the second quarter. And I don't have the stats right in front of me. I don't have the numbers right in front of me, but just going based off what I remember. Lamar looked good. You know what I'm saying? He broke off, had the touchdown pass to Bateman that went for, I think, 78 yards. He had a touchdown to, I believe, the tight end. Man, my memory is shot. But, he threw for a couple touchdowns in the first half. I think he threw three touchdowns overall. He had the big run, which was huge. Just a big play, man. Just another reason why, he shows that he's deserving of that money. Ravens go up 21 points. I think on two different occasions. They went up 21. Miami scored, then they went up and, scored another touchdown. So they went up 21 two different times. And then in the fourth quarter, the Dolphins exploded. Tua looked sharp, razor sharp the fourth quarter. I think he had 3 turnovers the first half, up until that point. But Ravens looked great. Tua just looked sharp, man. He started to get a flow offensively. He was getting into a rhythm. And it's two schools of thought. It's two schools of thought. The number one is the Ravens running game is non-existent other than Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? So the Ravens couldn't run the football to, run some clock, to kill some clock there, to kind of wear down the Miami defense, keep the offense off the field. The Ravens couldn't sustain the run game, to get a couple 3 and outs. And again, Miami just was getting, gaining more confidence. Tua to Tyreek Hill. Both of those touchdowns to Tyreek Hill to me look like blown coverages. Just from my vantage point, I haven't looked at the all 24 or whatever that is. I haven't watched the coaches tape that they used to give out, or they used to put out on the NFL ticket. it just looked like blown coverages. You look like you should have had some safety help over the top. But a guy like Tyreek Hill, you know, he's the type of guy that should garner double team every time. You know, he should never be singled up unless he's with, you know, straight up lockdown. And when you got you know, you got both of the Ravens starting corners that are a little hobbled. You know, definitely some safety help was warranted with Tyreek Hill. And it looked like it should have been Hamilton that should have been covering. Looked like Hamilton should have been the guy in the back. At least from what they show on the TV, you saw them kind of, you know, having the discussion. It looked like that discussion probably was about who should have been back, you know, versus whether it's, you know, one-on-one coverage, whatever the case may be. But looked like it was blown coverage to me. So you got the defensive, the communication in the back. There could have been an angle. The running game, the non-existent running game where they weren't able to run some clock with a 21-point lead. And another way to look at the running game, and you know, you don't have your two top runners, Gus Edwards and my running back from Ohio State. You don't have either your top two running backs back in the fold yet. So it's almost like you're kind of plugging and playing. And some of these guys are not starters in the league, or they weren't on rosters to begin the season for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have Stanley, your left tackle. You don't have your other tight end, your blocking tight end. I'm blanking on his name. I suck with names right now. But so, you know, you got some injuries on the offensive line that's going to take away from the running game right now. And again, these all could be just excuses. You know what I mean? The fact is, whoever lines up, if you out there on the field, you got a job to do. You got to do it. You know what I'm saying? You got to do the job. If you're on the field, there are no excuses. You know, there are no excuses if you're on that field. The one thing that I've kind of looked at these last couple of days, after I've had a couple of days to kind of, you know, soak in the game. I've had a couple of days to kind of, you know, think about it. I watched the highlights a few times. Again, another excuse, but one thing that could have set in complacency. You know, you got some young guys back there. Hamilton is a young guy. They got the other DB that's a young guy that was getting a lot of playing time. You know, number one for injuries. You just lost. You just lost young man from Baltimore, Kyle Fuller. He's out for the year after he got hurt during the Jets game. So that, again, you're digging into your depth. You know, you set these the depth chart for a reason. And so once you start chopping away at your depth, you know, you're putting more inexperienced guys in the game. You got a 21-point lead in the fourth quarter. Some guys, man, took their foot off the gas. Again, it's an excuse. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm not saying that's something that should be accepted. But it's a possible answer to what happened, man. Guys, they didn't finish. That's the number one thing. They did not finish the job. The job at hand, you know, you got a 21-point lead going into the fourth quarter. The task at hand is to finish. You know, we got to win this game. Get to the finish line. And for whatever reason, that did not happen. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I just listed a couple things that could have happened, could have been the reasons: the lack of the running game, the poor communication on the back end, the injuries to the offensive line for blocking to improve the running game, or guys just gave up. They felt like they had the game in hand and they kind of was coasting and turned that motor off, and once it was off, it was off. They couldn't get it back on, and Miami took advantage. Nonetheless, Miami Dolphins came back and won the game. It was a great game for Miami fans, not so much for Ravens fans. I remember a few years ago, I attended a Ravens game. I believe it was like 2006, 2007 maybe, against Cincinnati. Ravens had a big lead going into the fourth quarter of that game, and Carson Palmer, Chad Johnson, TJ Houshmandzadeh, them dudes went off, man, and came back and won the game. And I remember the feeling walking away from the stadium, leaving the stadium that day, and just how dejected, man, the fans were. Nobody could believe it. Everybody was in disbelief. You know what I'm saying? It was just a bunch of disbelief. Everybody was just like, we can't believe we just witnessed this, and I kind of had that feeling again Sunday at home watching the game. It was a terrible loss for the home team, terrible loss for the home fans, man. We just hope this week is a new week, going to New England, playing against the Patriots. I don't expect them to walk over New England. I do expect them to win the game. And I hope that they learned from this last game. I hope that they learned, man, that you just got to finish these games off, in all facets. Special teams, defense, offense, you got to finish these games off. So, we're looking forward to a better turnout this week for the Ravens. Looking forward to some good football, man, this weekend. Starting off tomorrow, Thursday night, Pittsburgh and I believe Cleveland. Cleveland or Cincinnati. I know Steelers are playing, but what happens when you turn 50, man? Your memory is shot. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we be back, man, talking some sports. Like everybody, thank everybody for their support, man. Thank everybody for tuning in. Thank everybody for, subscribing. Trying to, grow the platform. Trying to, come up with some more content. Got some ideas I'm working with. Got some things I'm just, working on. Just trying to create the time and the space to do everything that I want to do. I'm gonna keep pushing. Getting better with my delivery. Next time I'll have some notes in front of me, so I can kind of add my little cue cards. I just kind of random, man. I just said, let me do something on my page. I haven't done nothing in a couple of weeks, so I just wanted to do a little video right quick. But thank y'all, man, for y'all support of the Sports Mix. Like for y'all to leave some comments. If you like the page, if you don't, if you like the content, if you don't, man, just, share some comments with me, man. If you feel like, something I could do better, let me know that. If it's something you want to see, something topics you want to be talked about, let me know. If you want to come on and chop it up with me, let me know, man. I'm open to some stuff. I'm just really trying to create and carve out some time to do some things on a more regular basis. I do, have a day job, so I gotta, spend some time and dedicate some time to that. But, definitely looking for some commentary and some suggestions, from the people, man. This is all about just bringing out information and just, sharing what I think and feel about these sports and these games and stuff like that. So, thank y'all again, man, for those that support. Tell your friends, man, to jump on, man. The sports makes me growing. Right now we learning, but it's the beginning. It's the beginning phases. So, jump on board now. You can tell your friends and family, man, hey, I was there in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So, like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. Leave your feedback. Give me the thumbs up or the thumbs down, man. All commentary is welcome. I can't do nothing but grow from it and get better. That's the goal, man, is to grow and get better. So thank y'all again for tuning in. I'm about to tune out and move on, man, and might come back on a little later, do something else, man. But thank y'all again. Peace, man.